On the outskirts of Rayong, at the start of my ride, I came across this temple and decided to take a look inside and see what it was all about.
I don't stop at too many temples, there's just so many of them. If I was to stop at every one, I'd just never get anywhere. But this one looks pretty special.
Wat Krakiai Cha was built in 1902 and has a total area of over 13,000 square metres. The buildings consist of a main pavilion, 2 monk houses, a crematorium, a pavilion, a bell tower and also an observation tower. There are 3 main Buddha images within the temple, all made from brass.
Gone less than 10 kilometers and this bike's getting progressively harder to ride. I don't know if it's the binding back brake or what it is, but I need to fix it. I've just been looking for some shade and I've seen some here. I'm going to take it. Okay, I think the problem's fixed. Just give it a quick test ride now. Basically altered the back wheel, stopped it binding. I'm just giving everything a good oil and a grease. Although we've passed some nice beaches on the way to Rayong and a few not so nice ones, Rayong's much better known for oil refineries, the petrochemical industry and imports of pretty much anything you can think of relating to industry as a whole. It's a big player as a city on the eastern seaboard. No surprises for where I'm going. Third time lucky, hopefully. The cups and cones have been readjusted again. The mechanic says there's plenty of grease in there, so they don't need re-greasing. So I'll give it a ride and see how it goes. I've just come out of CYC Cycle Shop in Ban Chan. He's fixed the hub again and adjusted the cup and cones. The bike seems to be riding better than it was, but let's see how it goes in 40-50 kilometers or even 10 kilometers time. I'm in the sand, so I'm pushing. Faced with the contraflow on a pretty busy road, I've done what I pretty much always do. I just go on the closed road. No one seems to stop you, and this is a lot safer than getting squeezed by lorries and pickups. I've left the highway and now just a couple of k's from hitting the beach of the little resort town of Bang Saray. It's a long time since I was last here. This has changed. Looks like a lot of new buildings. First came here 15 years ago. Very quiet then. I can remember when these units were being built. And back there, all those seafood restaurants, they've encroached. My goodness. Okay, I've just caught sight of Jomtien and Pattaya in the distance. That's got to be worth stopping for to take a look. Don't know if you can see that straight on in the distance, all those high-rise buildings. That's Jomtien and Pattaya. Pattaya, after Bangkok, sees more visitors than any other city in Thailand. If you're into nightlife, bars, partying, nightclubs, hard drinking, that's a place for you. Do a bit of hard shopping there as well. If you're into nature, more laid back way of life and peace and quiet, you'd hate it. Each to their own. They get 10 million people there, so a lot of people do like it. Very choppy today. So I've arrived in Bang Saray and I keep having to remind myself it's all about the journey. It's not about arriving here. It's easy to push on hard so you get to your destination nice and early, but that's not really the important thing. It's enjoying the trip, it's enjoying the ride, it's enjoying your time on your bike or whatever means of transport you're using to get there, rather than just blithely rushing on like a maniac, which quite frankly is often what I do. That's something I have to stop. Too often I end up rushing the day just to get to my destination, and it's really not the point in bike touring. I am guilty of it and I have to sort it out. Yeah, one day. In the meantime, it's a work in progress. Plenty of old fellas on bikes like myself here in Bang Saray, except they look like nutters. Clearly I don't, I look perfectly normal. I've turned around, I'm going back into Bang Saray to the town to find some accommodation. It's 4 o'clock, that's long enough of a day for me, especially since I've spent more time in bike shops, I think, and trying to fix the bike than I have on the road. Hopefully it'll be better tomorrow. I said on the way in, I remember these being built, and I do. I think it was 2008 or something like that. But opposite, I swear, though I can't be 100% sure, that these weren't here. All these buildings, all these restaurants, they've been built on the water. The legality of it, that's something else, but that looks like it's gone onto the beach. It's very shady to me. This is the old part of the town, and I remember it quite well. I stayed in here with a friend, Ian. We did a race, cycle race in Chonburi, 80 kilometres. It's quite a tough one actually. The start was about 20 kilometres from here. And just a few hundred metres further down the road, I found somewhere to stay, and that marked the end of today's ride. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe before you go. Enjoy your bikes, enjoy your rides, and I'll see you in the next video.